السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله، الحمد لله، الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما. So Alhamdulillah, we are back with our book كتاب تهذيب محاضرات في علم الصرف. And last time we just began the book and he talked about what are the things in which sarf comes, and he divided the nouns into two types. One, he said al-ismu mutamakkin bil-asma'il mutamakkina. Ismul mutamakkin is just nothing but mu'arab nouns which take endings. We don't talk about ghayrul mutamakkin. We don't talk about which are not mutamakkin. And those are mabni nouns. So ilmu sarf does not consider, mabni nouns. Then he talked about verbs. He said we only talk in sarf which are mutasarrifa, the af'al mutasarrifa. And af'al mutasarrifa are those which conjugate. You have madi, past tense, you have mudare, you have amr, and all that. Ismul fa'il, ismul maf'ul. So we are not talking about jamid, af'al jamida. We are not talking about af'al jamida. Okay, so these are what we call our scope, mawdu' ilm al-sarf, the scope of ilm al-sarf. Inshallah ta'ala, today we'll begin with Ibdal and I'lal. Ibdal and I'lal. Ibdal is just a name for what we learned for Form 8 in Medina books. So if you remember Medina books, we learned Ibdal. So let's begin, inshallah ta'ala. What is Ibdal? By the way, we also talked about Mujarrad and Mazid. What is Mujarrad? Means 3 letters, and Mazid could be Mazid Bihar, or 3 or 4. Mujarrad Rubai, you can have Mujarrad Sulathi or Mujarrad Rubai. Mujarrad Sulathi means, 3 letters, Kataba, Laiba, Jalasa. Or we could have Mujarrad Rubai, right? Ba'athara, Zalzala, Tahraja, to roll, Zalzala, to shake. And then we learned last time about Mazid, right? Mazid biharf, we could have 1 letter, Shahada, Qattala, form 2, 3, 4. Or you could have Hadfain, Inkasara, Ihmara, Taqatala, Taqattala. Or bi salatati ahruf, or you could add 3 letters. Rubai also you could have 2 letters as well as 3 extra letters. So remember, the basic thing which we have to remember is a verb will not increase 6 letters. Maximum in a verb is 6 letters, right? ولا يتجاوز الفعل بزيادة 6 أحرف. 6 letters is the maximum. So you can have 3-letter verbs, 4-letter, 5, 6. That's it. We cannot have 7 letters. But in nouns, we can have 7 letters maximum. Maximum 7 letters. ولا يتجاوز الاسم بزيادة 7 أحرف. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in nouns. You could have 3 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters, 6 letters, 7. So remember, 6 letters maximum in verbs, 7 letters in nouns. 7 letters in nouns. Okay, so let's begin today. Al-Ibdal. What is Ibdal? He says, هو تغيير حرف بحرف آخر للمناسبة في النطق. Ibdal means abdala yubdilu, to change, right? Badal, change something. Abdala yubdilu ibdalan, from 4, to change something. So Ibdal is what? Huwa taghyir. Ghayyara yughayyiru, change. Form 2, this is the master, right? Huwa taghyiru harfin biharfin. It is changing 1 letter with another letter. Biharfin akhar. Not akhir, akhar, another. Why are you changing the letters? How dare you change the letters? للمناسبة في النطق, for appropriateness, because it's appropriate for speech, for pronunciation, right? Because we have to do it to make it ease for the speech. في النطق, نطق ينطق, to speak. So في النطق, for pronunciation. So from pronouncing, you can do Ibdal. So what is Ibdal? هو تغيير حرف بحرف آخر للمناسبة في النطق. Correct? For pronunciation. Okay. So next we have ta to ta. Yeah, it only happens in iftala bab. Bab iftial. That's it. Ibdal is only specific to iftala. Okay, so he explains. بعض مواضع الإبدال. Some of the places. مواضع وضع يده is to put. So موضع اسمه مكان. And مواضع plural of that. بعض مواضع الإبدال. Some of the places of Ibdal. First one. So there are some places, there are some fixed places where you can change something to something. First one. إذا كانت فاء افتعل وما تصرف منها. So I think this is تصرف or صرف يصرف. So وما تصرف منها I think. But صرف I think it's صرف يصرف. So تصرف. Yeah, صرف is to conjugate I think. So الله أعلم. إذا كانت فاء افتعل وما تصرف منها. And whatever is conjugated from it. So if the fa of the iftala and whatever is conjugated from it, it is sadan, dadan, ta'an, dha'an. These are 4 letters. And they will be changed to ta, tuqlabu ta'an. They will be changed to ta. They will be changed to ta. Ifta'ala ta'an. They'll be changed. I mean, the ta will change to the ta of the ifta'ala will change to ta. Correct? لِتُنَاسِبَ مَا قَبْلَهَا. So that it is appropriate to what comes before it. It is according to what comes before it. So what he's saying is, if the ifta'ala is these 4 letters, sad, da, ta, dha, the heavy letters, correct? You will change the ta, this extra ta, right? You have the ta here. You'll change this extra ta to what? Ta. فنقول في افتعل, we will say for افتعل من الصبر, from sabr. What will we do? We will change it to istabara. Istabara wal aslu istabara. Right? Because how will you make form 8? And we've done this in Madina books also. So nothing new here. Istabara. This was form 8, right? From sabara. Where's the fa kalima, ain kalima, lam kalima? See, Madina books, you'll appreciate it here because he's included so many things. Then this will become istabara. That's why Sheikh says it's equal to doing 40 books, Madina books of Sarf and as well as now. Istabara. This is called Ibdal. So if somebody asks you, where are the root letters? This is sa, ba, and ra. So what is this ta? You might ask. No, it's actually the ta, which is zaida, which has been changed to ta. So what is the rule of changing? It's called Ibdal. It's called Ibdal. For mina darbi, istabara is to have more patience. You can see the meanings anyways. For mina darbi, from words daraba. From darb. You want to make form 8 from that. Iftala from that. So you'll make it idtaraba ta. And then idtaraba, to be doubtful. Idtaraba. To waver in something is called ittirab. Ittirab. This is Ibdal. Wamiya tardi. And from tard. So I don't know what tard means. Tard is repelling, I think. Tarada yatur, to drive away. Yes. From repelling someone. We have explained this in 400 questions. Yeah, 11, 12. Even I don't know. Minat tardi, it becomes ittarada. Wal aslu ittarada. Ittarada. So what's the form? To drive away? Same meaning. To be consecutive. Ittarada also means consecutive. Here the 2 tas has been repeated. The 2 tas, this is called Ibdal. And we mean a zulmi. Zulm. I hope it is clear, inshallah. This is zulm, which is to oppress. So it becomes iftala. Iftala. And for the letter dha, for the letter dha, there can be three forms again in Ibdal. One is iftala, the normal one which we just learned, iftala. This is fine. Or you can change both of them to dha, iftala. Or you can change both of them to ta, ittala. Now, if someone asks you what's the root letters of ittala, don't be surprised and say, no, it's ta, lam, and mim. Right? Oh, it's ta, lam, and mim. No, there's no verb ittala. There's no ta, lam, and mim. I mean, I'm not able to find at all. Ta, lam, and mim at all in the dictionary. You'll not find it. You'll be like, what? Where's it? Ittalama is actually wa, lam, and mim. Ta, wa. Zalama, yazlimu. And then form 8 will be to suffer injustice, to be wrong. Like if zalama hamidun, that means Hamid suffered. If zalama. Okay. So only for the letter wa. Right? So what we are doing? We are doing taghyiru harfin biharf, changing one letter to another. So the first place is what? The ta of the ifta'ala will be changed to a ta. And for dha, we can change it into three ways. We can do it in three ways. We can do, you can remember this example, zulm, oppression. You can do izzalama, izzalama. Izzalama is the normal one. This one is the normal one. And then we can do it izzalama, change both of them to dha, or change both of them to ta. And it comes in the Quran, I believe. If you go and search for the root letters, va, lam, and mim. Zalama. Zalamtum, we want form 8 from this. Zalama form 1 is the most used. Form 4 is also used. Avlama. Avlama is to make something dark. Avlama yuzlimu. Form 1, form 8, noun. No, form 8 is not used. Oh. It's not used? I thought it was used. Maybe I'm wrong. Somewhere else, I guess. Okay, it's not used from what I can see. Okay, it's not used. Avlama is used, but not Izwalama. Not able to find. So it's not used from what I've searched. All right. Izwalama and Ittalama. Okay. Then he says, وَوَزْنُ كُلٍّ مِّنْ هَذِهِ الْكَلِمَاتِ هُوَ إِفْتَالٌ. Now later on also we'll talk about it. If someone asks you, what is the wazn of Izwalama or Ittalama? So you should say it is ifta'ala only. You should not change the wazn. Okay? Because Ibdal, the wazn is, you don't change in the wazn. وَلَا نَنْظُرُ إِلَى التَّغْيِيرِ الَّذِي أَحْدَثَهُ الْإِبْدَالِ. And we will not look to the change which happened in the Ibdal. You understand? If somebody asks, Ittarada, what is the wazn of it? You'll say ifta'ala. You'll not say, no, if'alallah, whatever. It's not that. You will say it is ifta'ala because we don't look at the changes because that is just pronunciation issues. It is just for nutq. That's it. Okay. And inshallah will come in Mizan al-Sarfi, inshallah, after this lesson when it comes, he will talk about it again. Right? For the Ibdal, we won't look at the changes here in this one. Second point. This was the first point. I hope you've understood the first point. I'm going a little slowly because so many things will keep coming now. First one was Sad, Dad, Ta, Dha. And we learned a special rule for Dha. Yes, we learned a special rule for Dha that can come in three forms. The second position is إذا كانت فاء افتعل. If the fa of the ifta'ala is dal, zai, and dal. Is what? Dal, dal, and zal. Zai and dal. قُلِبَتْ تَا افتعل dalan لِتُنَاسِبَ مَا قَبْلَهَا. So the ta will be changed into a dal. Remember, till now we are just changing the harf zaid. That means the ta, which is the additional, which you're adding to the verb, That's what we are changing, right? Similarly, here also the tha, which is the we are not touching the root letters here, right? Iftala, root is what? Fa, ain, and lam. We are not touching this. We're just looking at the tha here, the extra. So we'll change the tha to what? Dal. There we change into a tha. Remember, the result was tha. Here it is dal. For example, فَنَقُولُ فِي إِفْتَعَلَ مِنَ what? Dar'i. Dara is to again repel, like dara. Min ad-dar'i. No, dara is to know, I think. Dara. Yeah, dara. Oh, reject. Yeah, dara is also to repel. Yes. Means dara. You want to make what? Form it again. Ifta'ala again. So it'll become ittara'a. Correct? Ittara'a. And then tha will be changed to a dal. Why? Because this is from 3 letters. Dal, dal, zai. Iddara'a. Iddaraha is not so common at all in the, so he didn't even mention it. Iddara'a is to contend, to claim for something. Okay. Wal aslu iddara'a. And women as zahri. Zahara is to flower something or blossom. From zaharatun, right? Flower. Zahara is to shine, give light. And you want to make form 8 is dahara. This is very common verb, by the way. Is dahara flourish? Is dahara is dihar? Is dihar is flourishing, radiant, blossoming, like the society is flourishing. Is dahara is daharatil mujtama? The society flourished, prosper, thrived. Is dahara al muslimuna? So is dahara. So if anyone asks you what's the root letter, you'll not say it is alif, za, ha, and ra. You'll not say this is ifda'ala, the wazan, it's ifta'ala. Why is this dal then? It was actually a ta. Wa min al-dhakari or dhikri, and from dhikr, remember it become izdakara. Like we learned an extra rule for dha, similarly for dal you have 3 ways. Dha and dal, 3 ways. Which is, you can either change it to a dal, izdakara, like the normal one which we just learned, is dakara here, the dal, or you can change both of them to dal, izdakara, or both of them to dal, iddakara. Iddakara. So this is there in the Quran. وَالدَّكَرَ بَعْدَ أُمَّةٍ in Surah Yusuf. وَالدَّكَرَ. So if you go to dal, kaf, and ra, yeah. Udhkuru, Surah Yusuf is there somewhere. وَالدَّكَرَ بَعْدَ أُمَّةٍ تَذَكُّرُ. I don't know if they've mentioned it. Yeah. He brought it once, only once it's been used. Form 8. He mentioned in dal. So if you look in the dictionary, in dal, kaf, and ra, you won't find it. You have to search in this thing. And mudakkir is also used. وَلَقَدْ تَرَكْنَا آيَةً فَهَلْ مِن mudakkir. Where did that mudakkir come from? In Surah Qamar, mudakkir has come from iddakara yaddakiru, from dakara, to anyone who can take, who will receive admonition. Correct? The ismul fa'il is used mudakkir so many times, no, almost 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in Surah 54, Surah number 54. So mudakkir, if you see now, you should be able to understand it's from dakara, dal, kaf, ra. وَالذَّكَرَ بَعْدَ أُمَّةٍ وَقَالَ الَّذِي نَجَى مِنْهُمَا. So the one who was saved, Yusuf al-Islam, he had 2 prisoners, right? One who was saved, he وَالذَّكَرَ بَعْدَ أُمَّةٍ, he remembered after time. Remember here, ummah doesn't mean ummah, it means after time. Ummah can also mean time. أَنَا أُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِتَأْوِيلِهِ. So he remembered, I know Yusuf al-Islam, who can tell about dream. The king had a dream and all that story. Ana unabbiukum, I will inform you bita'wilihi, of its interpretation. Fa'arsiluni, so send me. So iddakara has come. Okay. So we are done with this page. So dakara, for dal you can have 3 forms. For dal you can have 3 forms. One is dakara, and second iddakara, and third, iddakara. The third is iddakara. Okay. Izdakara is also used, but to same thing, to memorize, study, to remember, recall. Iddakara. Next page. Third rule of iftala. Right? Just Ibdal is everything about form 8. Here it is mithal. إذا كانت فاء افتعل واوا أو ياء. Remember, if it is waw or ya, it is ya waw or ya. قلبت هذه الواو أو الياء تاء. This waw or tha, now we are changing the fa kalima because it's mithal, it's weak letter. And remember, misal means it could have a waw or ya in the beginning, right? وأدغمت في التاء افتعل, and you do idgham, you merge it into ta of ifta'ala. So it will become like wahada ittahada. For example, فنقول في ifta'ala min al-wasli, from wasla is to arrive, ittasala to contact. How? So what's the root letter? If you don't know this rule, you'll be like searching for ta, sad, lam. No, it's not ta. It is not ta. It's ivtasala. Actually, it was wal aslu ivtasala. Aslu was what? Ivtasala. Same thing, min al-yusri, from easy, to make something easy. Ittasara. Ittasara, if you don't know, oh, ittasara, you'll be searching for ta, sin, ra, but it is actually ya, sin, ra. From, it was actually itasara. Itasara. Ittasara is also be to facilitate something, I guess. Ittasara. Ittisar. Okay. Right? Remember the 3 rules? So we have some exercises. Al-as'ila or as'ilatun. Hati sigha ifta'ala min al-kalimat al-atiya. That is, make sigha ifta'al from the following words. So we need a lot of practice. I hope the 3 rules are clear. Again, I'll memorize. Review it, not memorize. Ta, if the root letters are first root letter, the fa kalima is ta, wa, sad, and dad. It'll change, the ta will change to a ta. Correct? And then dal, dal, zai. It'll change to a dal. And then if it is a waw or a ya, what will change? The waw will change into a ta. So these are the results. Here waw and these are changing. Here the ta will change to a ta. Ta will change to a dal. So this is different from these ones. Yeah? This is different, this ending one. Okay. So let's see some as'ila. And we'll see the meanings also, of course. First one is zajara. Zajara yazruju. Again, to repel. So you can write it down. The meaning is to repel, drive back someone. Zajara. To hold back also, like you're not putting forward, you're holding something back. Restrain, prevent. If you use with an, to hold back. Now we have to make it what? Form 8. So how will we make it? Let's come down. Yes, dal, correct. So the first answer is what? Zajara is to repel. So yeah, we'll add a alif in the starting. Maybe I can increase the font. Yeah. And then zai. And then ta, we have to put a ta. But it's from the 3 letters. Dal, look above. Dal, dal, zai. So we have to change this ta into a dal. Dal is what? Yeah, izdajara. Izdajara. So what does izdajara mean? To pass something. Going through something. Izdijar. I mean, there could be other meanings also, but you're not concerned about meanings. Izdajara. Next one, salaha or saluha. What is salaha yaslahu or salaha yaslahu or saluha yaslahu? To be good, salih. Right? To be good, proper. Saluha, yes. This will become istalaha. Now this is from the first group. Istalaha. Istalaha. And what does istalaha mean? To agree. Istilah is to. Istilah also means, to agree. Istilah. Or to make peace, make up, reconcile. Istilah is to agree. That's why the terminology, I think it's called istilah, which means all of them agreed upon. Istilahan. Like the terminology, you have lughavi and then istilahan. They'll say linguistically this means this in terminology wise. That means all agreed on istilah. That means doing sulh. Sulh is similar. 6 is equal to 8, he says. That means from 6, salaha yusalihu. It also means to agree upon, like not fight. Then we have sad, dad, and mim. Sadama yazdimu. Sadama yazdimu is to strike something, knock, dash, bang something, bounce, sadama. To run. So many meanings. Sadama. So I'll just write knock or strike. Knocking is nice. Sadama. Knock. You want to make again, sad has come, so is. Sorry, is. Tadama. Yeah, to. Yes, istadama. Correct? Is istadama. Istadama is to clash. Same meaning, similar meaning. Clash. Istadama. Clash. Or take exception. Take offense. Istadama. Something to clash, like clashing meaning is this. And that's why in Urdu also we have sadma. Sadma, I got sadma, something clashed. That means you were shocked. Okay, next we have vazana. This is very easy. Vazana is to weigh. Weigh. So now, this is from the third type. This is a mithal. Correct? This is misal. So you'll change the wow to the ta. Ittazana. It'll become what? If tazana, it was literally, and then you will change it to ittazana. Ittazana. So wazana yazinu is to weigh something, and ittazana is also similar meaning, I guess, to weigh something, to balance. Ittazana. Ittizan. Then we have da. Can anyone tell me da? Because it is naqis also. Da. What will it be? It is from the second group, no? If you look top, dal, zal, zai. No idea. See. Da, we'll leave it like that, no? Da, right, like this. And then we'll add a hamza, we'll add a dal, we'll add a dal, we'll add an ain. Correct? And then the rule is, inshallah, it'll come later on, I think. This alif is representing the wow. Correct? In 3 letters, this alif shows us that the hidden, because alif is never a root letter, if you remember. Alif is wow. Right? How do you know? Well, you can see that when we write da, like if I write it here, da, the font itself will give it away. We'll write it with an alif. So this is like a wow. But if it is 3, it is 4 or more, we don't care what is the asl. We don't care if it is wow or an ya, we don't care. We'll just write it like an alif maksura. So it will become idda, like this. Idda. You see, to claim something. Idda. Idda is to talk without qawl bila dalil. It's called idda, to allege. You don't have dalil. The same meaning as za'ama. Za'ama also has the same meaning. So this is idda. Okay, I hope this one is clear. Idda, to claim. That's why the claimant is called mudda'i. Al-mudda'i or mudda'in. The one who makes a claim. مدعي. um, there's a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also. Ala man ankar al-bayyinatu. The hadith is al-bayyinatu ala al-mudda'i wal yaminu ala man ankar. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, al-bayyina, the proof is on the one who claims. Right? So if you have a car, for example, if I claim it is mine, I have to prove it. Now, once I claim it, if the other person does not have, the defendant does not have anything, he can take an oath. Wal yaminu ala man anka. He can take an oath. And then he can take an oath unless there are other reasons, but this is a general rule. This is a general rule. Al-bayyinatu ala al-mudda'i. Mudda'i comes from ismul fa'il from idda'a. Wal yaminu ala man ankar. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Okay. All right. Next one. Zaha. Zaha. So what does it mean? Let's look at that first. Zaha yazihu. I just guessed. I don't know this alif is a waw or a ya. I just guessed it's zaha yazihu because we can't know generally in ajwaf if it's zaha yazuhu or zaha yazihu. You can't guess. So you have to search for both in the dictionary. Luckily, I got alhamdulillah. Za'a. Yeah, it's a ya. Zayaha yazihu. So zaha yazihu is to go away. Okay. To depart someplace. Zaha is to go, to depart. Zaha. So let's make iftala from this. So this will be izdaha, right? But this will change into izdaha. Izdaha is also same meaning, I guess, because the dictionary never even doesn't even mention that. So maybe same meaning is daha. I mean, we can go and search in Lisanul Arab and all that. I don't want to do that and see what specific difference is there, but we'll leave it like that. Is daha is also to go. Generally, it could be something else. Is daha, because I don't know if it is there in the Quran. If I search for zai, ya, and ha, no, I'm not able to find. No, it's not there. So, next one. Zaha is to zahaba. Same meaning as zaha. Is to go. Next we have dara. See, now there was one dara is to repel. But dara, dal, ra, and ya. The root letters ya. See the font? We've written like a ya, no? So that shows us. So in 3 letters, the font itself will show us what's the root letter. So you have to search for dal, ra, and ya. Alif maksura is a ya actually. Dara yadri is to know. Dara yadri. So we'll go. This is from the second group. Idtara. And this will change into dal. So 2 dals and we'll do this thing. Iddara. Iddara. Correct? Similar meaning, I guess, even this, because it doesn't mention this. Iddara. From it doesn't mention from dara. Adra is to make someone know. Vama adraka. And so on. Very common, no? To let someone know. So ittara is also similar. Maybe I can search in this. Iddara. No. Dictionary is not mentioning this. Even Arabic dictionary, Lughatul Arabiya al-Muasir doesn't mention. He mentions dara yudari. Okay. Because the exercise, the point of this exercise is not to go into meanings and all that, just for practice. Talaba. So you'll make it it-talaba. Yes, it-talaba. 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 What does it mean? Talaba is to seek something. So it-talaba, also similar meaning. Does it mention form 8? No, form 8 No comment, not mentioned. So same meaning, claiming something. Tarada. Ittarada. He already talked about this, to repel someone. Ittarada. No? Yeah. Ta is very simple, no? Ittara, muttarid. Ittarada is to drive away, consecutive. So there's a thing which scholars say. They say qa'idatun muttarida. Right? They say this is a qaida which is muttarida. So where does it come, muttarida? From this ittarada, to be consecutive. That means it's always coming. It's like a fixed rule. Qaida muttarida. You'll see various places scholars will say qaida muttarida. And someone actually asked a question also. Is it muttarid or muttarid? هذه قاعدة مضطردة وبعدهم يقول طرد وهو خطأ. It comes from افتعل, from اضطرد. وهذا يكون ثواب. So it is from this one. This is مضطرد means something which is continuous. It's like uninterruptedly it's flowing. Like water which is flowing all the time. It's called مضطرد. Tarada is to repel, push someone away. Ittarada is to drive away. We got it, alhamdulillah. Next we have dhakara. And remember, dhakara we can do it 3 ways. Yeah. You can do iddhakara. You can do iddhakara. You can do iddhakara. I'm writing all the 3. Iddhakara. Muddakir. Darra, to harm someone. Darra is to harm someone. Darra yadurru. Ittarra. This will become Ittarra. Yes. This will become Ittarra, to be forced. Ittarra is to be forced. Muttar. It is used in the Quran. Allah says, وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوء. The verb is مضطر. If you go أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوء. Yeah. Yeah, it will be there. Because this is muda'af, no? Like hajja. The root letters are dad, ra, ra. Yeah. Yeah, very commonly used. Ittar, فَمَنِ اتَّرَّ غَيْرَ بَاغٍ. This one. فَمَنِ التُّرَّ. It's actually turra. فَمَنِ التُّرَّ غَيْرَ بَاغٍ. Passive is used. وَلَا عَدٍ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ. التُّرَّ. And ismul fa'il is also used. Okay. Like that. Next we have wasafa. Wasafa. So this will become ittasafa. You'll change the vav to a ta. Ittasafa. Correct? Ittasafa. Now, how to describe something, similar meaning. Ittasaf. Format is also to be described. Oh, ittasafa is to be described. Or to have something as a characteristics. Like ittasafa hamidun. Hamid is being described as sadiqan. Maybe. Ittasafa. Next we have wa'adha. Ittasafa ash-shay'u amkana wasfuhu. So ittasafa means something is possible. Description is possible. Like ittasafa fulanun bi kada. They use bi kada, be something. Then we have wa'adha is to admonish someone. So again the waw came the third group. So you'll make it from ifta'aza. Ifta'adha, you'll change into itta'adha. You change into itta'adha. Itta'adha. Wa'adha. Mutta'idh. Give a wa'ad. Itta'adha is to let someone be admonished or warned. Itta'adha, to take advice. Zahara. We just did this, so it will become izdahara. to flourish. We'll change the dai. This is on the second group. So should we change? If these letters come, we'll change to a dal. Izdahara. Saf. See, he wrote it with a vav. Safun. The masdar is safun. But if it's actually safa, the verb is safa yasfu, to clean something. Safa yasfu, sufu one. Safwan, to become clear and polluted. Safa. So this is what safa. So this was actually should have been written like this, safa. Now we'll make it. This is sad. So the first group is tafa. And the rule is we'll not write it like this because it is more than 3 letters, right? We'll write it like this, to choose someone. Istafa. See? So istafa is to be clear, saf. Safin. It is written with a ya, no? Yes, istafa is written under the ya. But in 3 letters, it's written with an alif. If it is more than 3 letters, it will be written with a ya. Alif maksura. Ya. Alif maksura. Which is a ya. Okay. Istafa. Then we have waham. So we want to make form ifta'al. Ifta'al. So this is mithal again. So wahama iftahama. We'll change it to ittahama. To accuse someone. Ittiham. Accuse. Ittahama. Hamidun fulanan. Hamid accuse someone else. Wa'ada. Again, itta'ada. See? Itta'ada. I hope it is clear, inshallah, all these rules. Because we've done enough practice. Wa'ada ya'idu. Itta'ada is to come to an understanding. Itta'ada is to come to an understanding. Itta'ada. Last one we have waqa. Can anyone help me with this? Waqa. Make ifta'ala from this. Very simple. Waqa. Waqa is to save, no? Waqa, anyone? Ifta'ala from waqa. هل من مجيب؟ لا. وقاء. وقاء. So it will become ibtaqa. And then you'll change it to ittaqa. Ittaqa yattaqi. Ittiqa'un. Ittaqa yattaqi. Ittiqa. That's true. Have taqwa. Ittaqillah. I was not sure. No. Ittaqa yattaqi. If you go into the Quran so many times, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Naam. Ittaqa yattaqi. And then tattaqi, tattaqiyani, tattakhuna. وَلْيَتَّقِ rabbah. So how many times totally ittaqa has come? 166 times in form 8. Totally 258 times this root letter has come. So waqa is very important. One has waqina adhabanna in amr, waqina, waqina, faqina, chaqikumul har. And then 166 times in form 8. Twice as atqa as a noun. Taqwa also has come the root letter. So, okay. So we are done with this exercises. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Alhamdulillah. I memorized all the sulasi mazid fihi, but I can't apply it in words. Form 8, we've done it today. Like you've seen, right? Form 8, like sabara. How do you make it form 8? Istabara. And then this will change to istabara. Ifta'ala bab. This is form 8. Now I'm tired. Now. Sorry. Yeah, sure. No issues. I came late. No problem. Now, yeah. Okay. So let's begin a new lesson. What do you say? Or is it enough? I'lal. Enough. Okay, just we'll not read the book. We'll just talk about ALL, okay? General stuff. So that when you come back, you'll know what it is. No? Is it okay? Inshallah. Okay, we'll talk about. So Ibdal, homework is what? Do these things again. Do these things again. The problems. Inshallah. Do these things again, and I'll show you. You can go here for an exercise if you want to practice more, because this is all about practice, huh? You go and select Quran Dictionary, corpus.quran.com. You know this website, I believe. So if you go to this website, search for starting with wow, right? And try to make all the wow ones or the ya ones, for example, starting with ya. And see something has been used in form 8. Like all these are not used. No, form 8. Maybe this is used. No, not used. No, form 8. You'll see here, form 4 is there, form 10 is there. So ya is not used anyways. You can go to wow. Form 4 is used. So you can try making with these wows. And then you can go to ta, for example. Or sad. Because sad, dot, ta, and ra. These are the heavy ones, no? So you can do sabara, for example. And then form 8 is tabara, has been used 3 times in the Quran. You can go and see. Dad also you can see. Dad. Maybe what is used. I don't know. Dad is also, form 8 is very used. Form 8 is used. Ittara is used, yeah, like we've seen just now. Then you can go to dal and see, yeah, inshallah. Okay. All right. So this was all about Ibdal. Remember these rules, you'll forget them anyways, but still, inshallah, because once more rules keep coming. But this is common rule. I mean, nothing new here. Today we didn't do anything new. We just gave a term here. I'lal is also nothing new. But I'lal rules are more important, and you have to try to memorize it if it's possible. Right? Try to memorize the I'lal rule, inshallah. We'll go through each rule. And there are a lot of tamreenat again and again. And there are a lot of as'ila for this I'lal. It's like 3 pages. But these rules you have to memorize. There are totally how many rules? 8 rules. 8 rules. At least one you should memorize. At least one try to memorize. Maximum 8. Inshallah. The first one is the most famous one. The first rule on page 9. But try to read and come next class what about I'lal, because these 8 rules are very, 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 very important. I'lal will come every place. Like iftala, okay, even you don't understand much, it's part of the verb. Here, I'lal is like weak letters. It's all about illah, weakness, inshallah. We'll see. So try to read I'lal, try to understand as much as possible, and we'll see you in the next class, inshallah ta'ala, with I'lal, al-i'lalu, and then we'll start Mizanu Sarfi, how to give the weight and all that. There's some rules for Mizanu Sarfi also. Inshallah, we'll see. So anything in the book, in total book, which you have to memorize is this chapter. Right? Once you memorize these rules, like for example, إِذَا تَحَرَّكَ حَذْفُ الْإِلَّةِ وَانْفَتَحَ مَا قَبْلَهُ يُقْلَبُ أَلِفًا. If you remember this or understand it properly, I'lal becomes very easy, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, and very easy to spot the root letters. So dictionaries, you can easily go once you understand I'lal to search in the dictionary. So Ibdal, you understand, it happens in iftala, but I'lal happens in all. Misal, ajwab, naqis, in 3 letters, 4 letters, everywhere you can see this I'lal. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. And there are 3 ways of doing I'lal. We'll learn. One is qalbiha, taskiniha, hadfiha. That is, you can either change the weak letter, you can give sukun to the weak letter, or you can delete it totally. Inshallah, Jazakallahu Khairan, Barakallahu Feekum. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.